are. It is no longer morning, so I will say good afternoon. And what am I going to talk about today? So today I got to sit on a panel. And while we're doing this, I'm going to hold on a second. I'm going to bring up just a couple of other things real quick. I wanted to check and make sure this was still going out live. So I'm going to go hit my YouTube channel. And yes, it says I'm live out there. Anyhow, oh, you can hear it. It's live. It's double. Anyhow, so thank you for watching. I'm double streaming here. I'm streaming across on Mixer as well. So I was going to quick bring that up. See if anything's going on Mixer. So let me go to that. Trying to get to my broadcast dashboard. And let me go look. Trying to find that. Evidently, I'm not very good at navigating the Mixer thing. There we go. Navigated my way into Mixer. All right. So let's jump into today's topic. I got to sit on a panel today. So I live in South Dakota in the middle of the United States, and there was a South Dakota Technology Expo today. And I got to sit on a panel. I'm even wearing my little screen badge from the event today. But I got to sit on a panel talking about AI and big data. It was a fun panel to sit on. It was a good time. There were some great questions. The entire conference was really very interesting. South Dakota is doing some exciting things in the technology space, and I look forward to that increasing and improving over the coming years, months and years. So I thought the conference was exciting. I thought it was a good time. I was glad I went. I was honored and excited that I got to sit on a panel there. So that was fun for myself, and I hope it was beneficial for those attendees that were there as well. What did I talk about? I told some stories about things I've done in data science and some AI initiatives I've been a part of and helped work on. So that's what I talked about. It was nothing super different from what I've spoke on at other places, but that's what it was. Anyhow, if you're just watching the stream, thanks for joining in. My name is Ryan Swanstrom, and I decided to become an entrepreneur and start a business about 8 days ago, and so I've been doing some live stream topics to talk about what it's like starting a business and what I've been doing. So if you happen to be watching, click the like button and let me know if you got any questions or anything about that. Another thing I also wanted to bring up was I had some meetings recently, and I've had some interest in doing some other things that necessarily I don't do, and so I'm even going to talk about it a little bit here. I want to do some data strategies for organizations and help them decide, how do you go from we have data and we don't know what to do with it? How do you create a plan and strategy, go from that to we're actually doing some of the data science? And so I'm interested in creating some of those data strategies. There's a lot of steps of actually implementing all that strategy, and I had some interest and some questions yesterday around what are the other parts of, what do we need to do to actually implement this strategy, and is that something you can do? And yes, it's something I can do. Is it something I really want to do and want to spend my time on? And that's initially, this was not really part of my initial plan, and I hadn't thought about this a whole lot and too much. I think it was more of I'd come in, give a strategy, and they would use internal teams to sort of build these things out. But that maybe isn't always the best solution. So I'm trying to wrap my head around and wrap my mind around what is it going to take to go from a strategy to implementation, and how can I help companies follow through with that implementation and build that out? Do I need to find some partners, or do I need to do that all myself? And so I'm thinking some of these things through my head of how do I this whole idea of building an entire company that does the whole thing all the way through, that's a bigger and a different idea than what I originally came up with. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a good one. Maybe it's not. I'm trying to wrestle and figure out in my mind, is this really what I want to do? And is this the right time to do that? Or do I partner with somebody? Some other organization does that. Anyhow, so there's part of where my thought process has been going the last day or so around how do I build out a strategy and then help a company go through and actually implement that whole strategy if they don't want to use their own internal teams to do it. And so, so I'll be thinking about that over the coming days and mulling around about that. That's pretty much what I was at the conference most of the day today, so some of my other tasks didn't get done, but that's I guess what was on my list of tasks and what's on my mind and what I was thinking about and the decisions that I've been making. So that's kind of my update for today. And I think I'm maybe just gonna quit at that and yeah, just let it be. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be traveling a little bit tomorrow, so I'm hoping to shoot one of these videos, but it might be early in the morning. But yeah. Anyhow, have a great day, and thanks for watching.